What's up everyone, I'm Sarhad. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can send 1500 cold emails a day while bypassing spam folders in 2024. So you can send 1500 cold emails a day with like 90%, 98% deliverability. Here's the proof. We have 3 campaigns here just for examples. 4,000 leads, 25 leads bounced, less than 1% bounce rate, and we sent 12K total messages, right? Here's this campaign, one more campaign, 6.6K leads reached, like near 1% leads bounced, and we have like 12,000 total messages, emails sent, and similarly 3K leads, 1.5, which is still good, 50 leads bounced, 9.9 emails sent. So these are not completed, so these will be less. So let's get right to it. How you can do this, right? It's not easy, but it's pretty simple. So you need 3 things. One is setting up the backend email setup, the email infrastructure, right? You need to set up a system for you to send 1500 emails or contact 1500 leads a day with 98% deliverability. Okay. So to send a lot of emails without getting banned by Google, you need to set up your infrastructures properly. You cannot use a personal or business email without a proper backend setup or send manual emails and expect it to send 1500 or 1000 emails a day. It is simply impossible. Here's what you need to do. You need to register a secondary domain. Why? Because sending cold emails from your main domain is super risky. You can burn that domain, lose your reputation if recipients mark you as spam. So to prevent this, we'll set up the system properly and we'll use secondary domains just in case. Like we don't want to burn any domain, but we'll take cautions. So you need to purchase 25 to 30 domains from a domain registrar like Porkbun or GoDaddy. Okay. I like Porkbun. It's simple and cheap. You can check it out. And then once you have 25 to 30 domains, you need to set up 1 or 2 professional email accounts because it looks like it's came from a professional company and it is less like to be marked as spam. Super important. And use your secondary domain to create an email address through your email hosting service like Google Workspace or Microsoft Outlook. Like Google is more strict, but I prefer Microsoft now. You can get 1 to 3 email addresses per domain just to be safe. Some people create 3 email accounts, but if you want to be on the safe side, just max at 2. Okay, you have domains, you have the email accounts. Now what? Now is the time to configure SPF records. What is SPF? It's Sender Policy Framework. Basically means that you're a legitimate sender, right? You don't need to know all the technical details, but it's tech stuff. So you just need to do this. Go to your Microsoft Outlook or Google Workspace inbox or like DNS service through Porkbun or GoDaddy and create a record similar to this. This is for Outlook. This is for Google. You can just pause the video and copy and paste it. I'm not gonna read all through this. Once you've done that, you need to set up DKIM record. So what is a DKIM record? It's Domain Keys Identified Mail. It's a digital signature to your emails that adds more authentication. You need to add a CNAME record similar to SPF record. For Outlook, you need to add 2 DKIM records. For Google, it's only 1. So it's similar to this, but it's longer than this. So make sure you get the right value, the property, just to be sure. And then you need to set up DMARC records. It's basically a fail-safe check. It is a requirement for you to be able to send 1,000 emails or 1,500 emails a day. It helps you with deliverability and for your safety as well. It's just tech stuff. Go check it out. You can do similar host value to this or this. It doesn't matter. It depends on your domain registrar. And you can simply type in DMARC record generator and you'll find a lot of websites. Okay, you've done SPF records, DKIM records, and then DMARC records. And then you need to add custom tracking domain per domain, like per secondary domain. Like custom tracking domains help you preserve your sender reputation and increase your deliverability and help you track certain metrics, but you don't need them. But still, if you want to track them, go for it. But I don't track open rates and click rates, but it helps you with deliverability, which is what we want, right? And if you don't have a like custom tracking domain setup, you will use a shared tracking domain, which is something you don't want. We use Smartlead for the ESP. We'll go through that. This is the answer, then this is the host. These are complicated, but just for the example, do this. Same for Outlook and Google. And PS, you don't need to use email tracking, which we will cover in the next section. You can just put whatever word you want. Just make sure you match the value in the in Smartlead or your ESP and your domain provider. Now, finally, for this section, you need to redirect your domains to your main website. The reason is when someone receives an email from someone who knew, right? Someone cold, they will copy and paste the domain and check them on Google to see if they're a legit person, if they're a real person, a professional person. I personally do this, and they will do it as well. If someone sends you an email from john@gmail.com, you would think that's spam. But if someone sends you an email from john@google.com, then that's professional and not spam, right? So make sure to redirect your domains to your main website, and they can see your website and reply back. So that will increase the reply rates. You seem as a professional company in the emails as well. One quick little tip I didn't add here. You should put your profile pictures correctly, because they can see your picture and see you as a real person and reply back. So the second part is using the right ESP, email sending platform, for ultimate deliverability. There are a lot of ESPs out there. I'm not going to name them, but the one I use is Smartlead.ai, which is the best tool in the market. You should check it out. They have a higher deliverability scores in all platforms, and they have the best features in the market. So guys, go sign up for a Smartlead Pro account and add your email address, like connect your emails to Smartlead. You can see here, you can just pause the video and do it. It's pretty easy and straightforward. Then these are the settings you need to configure. Again, pause the video and do it. And then remember, I told you can put any keyword here. This is what I was talking about. So when you put your custom tracking domain in your domain provider, then you need to come here and do the same thing here and then verify it. Smartlead has a documentation. You can go check that out as well. And the most important thing is warm-up settings. So warm-up is like a real human interaction, which is automated. You don't do it manually, but Google or Microsoft thinks you do it in real time. So that's why they increase your domain reputation and deliverability in 2 weeks, like 1 week. So you need a good email or domain reputation to land in your prospect's primary inbox, not the spam folder, right? So to mimic the real conversations that humans do, like us humans do, we need to warm up our accounts for 2 weeks or more before sending any emails, like any real emails. And you should never turn it off. Never. And how? You can select your email addresses in Smartlead and go to the warm-up tab and just do these, right? And then one quick little tip is you can set up filters in Gmail or Outlook if you use like master inbox. A master inbox is, let's say you have like 50 inboxes, right? Then you want to have one main inbox to reply and track the emails. You can forward like secondary inboxes to that main inbox and then have everything in that inbox. So when you have a lot of warm-up emails and real emails, things will get messy, especially when you're sending 1,500 emails a day. So to make it clean and simple, you need to set up some filters in Gmail or Outlook. First of all, you need to filter those warm-up emails, which are not real. You don't need them. You don't need to know what's happening. You can always delete them. And this is simple because they have certain words. They have the word they have 2 5-letter words that you can find and filter them. Just go to Smartlead and find your custom warm-up tags for each email, but you can make them the same. Just bulk select them and make the Smartlead warm-up tags the same. That's why you don't have to go and check and filter that word one by one. You can just put 1 filters in Gmail or Outlook, and then you're good to go. And then select skip the inbox, mark as read, and never send it spam. And you can just label it as a warm-up, whatever. A quick little disclaimer is when you do this, somehow warm-up emails get labeled but don't get deleted or archived. You need to manually delete those if you want to keep your inbox clean. I don't know why it's happening, but just a quick little tip to consider. Okay, the final section is email copy and content with spin tags. Okay, so when you're sending a lot of emails, you need to optimize your email copy, your content, to make sure that almost every email is different. So you need to follow these steps. First and foremost, you need to triple verify your email addresses. So you'll probably get some email addresses from a list source, such as Apollo, ZoomInfo, whatever, right? Sometimes people sell you lead lists. And if you want to land in your prospect's primary inbox folder, you need to verify those emails. Why? Because the emails you get from Apollo or ZoomInfo may be wrong, outdated, or spam trapped, because they don't double verify it or triple verify it. That's why you should always use a third-party email verifier such as Million Verifier or Debounce to double verify them and see which one's the best, up to date and good to go. 99% of the time, you should use deliverable emails only. But if you let's say you have a list from a source that you trust, or that your list is up to date and active, the people are active, then you can use catch-alls as well. But use a tool to verify them again just to be safe, such as Scrubby.io. Okay. Or you can use Liskit to get triple verified emails in minutes without having to use third-party software or to verify your emails, which is super simple. You just click a button or two and then get verified leads, triple verified leads in 5 to 10 minutes. Super cool. They verify catch-alls as well. So most people, they don't use catch-alls because it's risky, right? When you verify them and use them, you'll have a clear advantage in your market that no one else is using, right? You could close a couple deals just like that. Also, you don't have to use spreadsheets, which I know it's just a pain in the ass. You can just upload your list directly to Smartlead with their API. So you just click a button inside Liskit, and then that list will upload it to your Smartlead campaign. Cool, right? Also, soon, very soon, you can get verified phone numbers as well, direct dials. You can just get their numbers and call the prospects without having to use another list source. So at the time of this video, verified phone numbers that will be live soon. So maybe when you're watching this video, they're already live and you can go check them out. You should use business emails only. This is the second point. So generally, personal email spam filters are stronger and more strict, and it is illegal to send bulk emails to consumers unless they opted in. So you cannot just send emails to consumers and normal people. They don't run a business. They're just normal people. You cannot send emails promotional emails unless they wanted to. But quick disclaimer. If you're reaching out to local businesses, then it is safe to send emails to those people because they usually don't have a professional domain. They just use johnconstruction@gmail.com. Just go send an email. Also, you're reaching out to them with a relevant offer, which is good for them so they won't bite. Next thing is you should keep your email short and relevant. This is an email from Apollo they posted it as their top, like one of their top 5 emails they saw. You can pause the video and check it, which is like one of the worst emails I saw. Maybe not, but it's still pretty worse. Okay, what's wrong with this email? It has stupid subject line. So the subject line is, okay, let's go check it out. Something long, right? It's too long. The subject line's only goal is to get them open your email. That's it. Nothing else. It's like a funnel. Subject line should lead to the first line. The first line should lead to the body. The body should lead to CTA and so on, right? And CTA should make them respond. You can use quick question, but it's too overused, but you should make them open the email. You can personalize quick question like first name, thoughts, first name, check this out, first name, like stuff like that. And it shouldn't be too long. It shouldn't be too long. The ideal email, like the whole email, should be 50 to 100 words. This could be different from industry to industry, but usually general ideas, they're busy and they get tons of emails. Trust me, they get for maybe lead gen offer, they get 20 emails a day and they're all similar. What would happen if they can't read it in seconds? You guessed it right. They will ignore you. Yeah. And look at this. It's too hard to understand. Again, these people will skip the email. And it's mostly about them. This person talks about himself more than the recipient of or their company. Nobody cares about what they do or why they do it. When I receive an email, I don't care like, oh, we can do this and we can do that. Why would I care? Like, let me know why I should care. They should talk about how they can achieve something for me, benefits over features, period. And it has a hard call to action. CTA means call to action. Asking for a call, again, in the worst possible way, this is a no-go, which is in the first email. It is too much, since they just received an email from you the first time in their life. The idea is to make them say yes easily. Anyway, the first email, the first CTA could be, hey, do you want this free document? Do you want to take a look? Yeah, you get the idea. And this is a small, a quick version of how we can do it better. You can make it better by, offering free value upfront, free, whatever, just like I told you. Why it's better? Because it's grade 3 reading level. It is super dumb, super simple. It has 88 words, including these. You can read it in 20 seconds. Boom. Perfect. Simple subject line, short and straight to the point, easy to understand, clear offer. Hey, I'm going to get this in 45 days. One thing you can use in your emails is spin tags. So spin tags is short for spinning syntax, which is a format that we can use to create variations of specific piece of text. So, for example, when you put this sentence or heart in your email sending platform, it will choose one randomly. It could be something like, hey, or hey there, or hi. So for each prospect in your list, these will produce a random reading automatically. You don't have to do anything else. How and where you can use spin tags. So you can use ChatGPT's help to come up with different spin tags examples and edit them if you want. And common uses of spin tags in a cold email is by far my favorite is greeting, signature, or spin-off, soft call to actions. But usually you shouldn't use spin tags in your real offer to not change the wording and structure. You can use quotes. Let's say something, Nikola Tesla, right? Something motivational. And you can generate with ChatGPT's app, of course, you can generate 10 different, 20 different quotes in seconds. And you can put that spin tags in your cold emails and that would make them different for each prospect, and you should avoid, definitely don't use these words because Google has these words. They have all the data and these words will trigger spam filters. Simple. Don't use it. Free. Sounds like a spam. Earn money. Act now. Click here. Get rich quick. These are the red flags. You can check these blogs. The next thing is use personalization. Quote unquote personalization. The idea is, you are speaking to one person. It's one-to-one, not one-to-many, rather than 100 people, 1,500 people. The easiest personalization you can use is custom variables such as first name. But to take it a step further, you can create personalized first lines for each prospects using company description, school they went to, the city they're living in, a certain technologies they use at their company, their recent company news. My best campaign was starting with mentioning, hey, I saw you did business with this company, saw it on recent news. But mentioning their school just for the sake of personalization it is dumb, because you need to make it relevant to your offer and why you're reaching out, right? So while this is great, you should be careful, because personalization can make or break a cold email. So if this is some stupid first line, or if it's wrong, then it will backfire, right? Then you're in a bad spot. So that's why relevancy is better than personalization. If mentioning their school or city will not add anything to the offer or email, then don't use it. If the line explains or transitions why you're reaching out, then that's great. Use it. For example, CRM SaaS, like these are examples. Don't take it word for word. Let's say you're selling a CRM SaaS. You can target people or companies that don't have CRMs, right? And then say, hey, I just saw that you're not using any CRM right now. Do you want to use our CRM for like a week free trial? This is super targeted, right? And let's say, oh, why not? Yes, right. So that's what you should say. Hey, this is why I'm reaching out, and this is how I can help. That's the idea. And you shouldn't use any links or pictures, because when you're sending high volume emails per day, like more than 1,000, maybe less than 1,000, it is super important not to include any links or images in the first email. When you put links, most likely you will trigger the spam filters. That's why you shouldn't include a unsubscription link for your prospects. You can do this. Simply add a PS line saying, hey, reply with no thanks if you don't want to receive further emails, or if you don't want to continue. And that's good for two things. One, you will comply the laws, and two, they will respond if they don't like the offer or they don't want to continue. And that will increase your reputation, because you will get replies. Smart, right? And you can see that, okay, I don't have a deliverability problem because I get replies, but they don't want this. So I can take a look at targeting or the offer. So that's how you can troubleshoot your campaigns. That was all. So this is the email deliverability checklist. You can save these and make sure to go through each of them before launching any campaigns. So just to recap, purchase 20 to 30 domains, secondary domains, get 1 to 2 users, and configure their SPF, DKIM, and DMARC records. Add custom tracking domains for each domain, and redirect to your main website. Done. Go use a Smart Lead Pro account. That's all. Connect the emails, verify them, verify their custom tracking domains, configure their warm-up settings, and warm them up for 2 weeks, and never turn it off. And make sure you always verify, like triple verify your emails before using them. You can use LessKit to triple verify your emails and save hours, basically. You shouldn't use personal emails unless you're reaching out to local businesses. You should keep it under 100 words, ideally 50 to 100. You should use spin tags to differentiate them. You shouldn't use spam words such as free, get rich quick, whatever. You should use relevancy and personalization, and no images, GIFs, and links in the first email, right? Super simple, done. So that's all for now. Hope you took something valuable from it. Hope this was valuable. We can connect on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure to follow me and like the video so I can produce better content, or let me know what you want to learn or see. And finally, if you want to get 5 to 10 or more qualified calls each month on a pay-per-show basis, go to our website, watch the video, and book a call. When we can help you set things up and run your cold email system. I see you in the next video. Cheers.